Welcome to Auntie Chats and Tarot. Welcome in. Lovely to have you. Thank you for being here. Let's get down to your message. I've got 6 decks going here that I've gotten out, and we will go through them. 5 decks. Already talking is the 5 of Swords. Remember, with these messages, take what resonates and leave the rest. Take what helps you to help yourself, leave the rest. And thank you to all of you who have supported this channel. I really appreciate it. Here we go. Deck 1. We've got 5 decks. You're not seeing the competitiveness that's around you. You're thinking it's something else. 6 of Cups. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Something from your past. It's someone from your past. It's very competitive. But you've had to deal with this your whole life, so you've spun it. You spun it so that you could survive. I get it. You spun it so that you can still have relations with this person. But Spirit's asking you to take a look at this. I believe a little bit more deeply. 10 of Pentacles, okay? Or do you see it and you stay in it because of money? Judgment is in the reverse. There's something that you're not judging here, whether or not you see it or you do see it and you don't want to make a call on it. But it does have some ties to when you were younger. Somebody when you were younger. They've always been very competitive with you, okay? What else do we have here, Spirit? 6 of Swords in the reverse. Yeah. Spirit doesn't want this for you. Spirit wants a come to Jesus moment. The truth out here regarding this. The Ace of Cups in the reverse. This is our 3rd deck. The Ace of Swords in the reverse. There is something here about the truth comes about when you come to terms with this and you hold back here. But I feel like the holding back is the holding back is a little bit sensitive. It's the sensitive part of this message, so we'll get to that. One more card from this deck. The Moon. Yeah, this is something you don't see. Or, like I said, let's get a little bit further with that not seeing. Because I think some of you do see this, but you want to talk yourself out of it. 4th deck, here we go. This is getting interesting. What does the collective need to hear today, Spirit? Very succinct. Here we go. The new dawn. Yeah, this is protection, but this is also being seen for who you are. And you're big and bold. And you've always been like that. And you're meant for a lot of abundance here. But I feel like, watch for interruptions here as you get to the truth. Somebody, the energy doesn't want you cluing in on this. You're meant for better and bigger abundance. You're meant for standing out. This is why this person has always been competitive with you. You had this even as a young person after life. I feel like somebody's coming in here that's trying to help you on the other side. This is also understanding that they are still around you. The afterlife isn't to be feared, something of that nature. Number 20 could become, I heard of concern. Number 20 could be of concern. Awakening. This is hitting rock bottom. We need a lot of clarifiers here. I'm grabbing our 5th deck. Here we go. What does the collective need to know here on this topic, Spirit? Clearing negative ancestral karma. Suppressed. Someone suppressing you for a long time out of fear and competition. You have a talent for this. You've always had a talent. You're a standout. That's part of the problem here, I think, for this person. Not a problem. Not a problem. I need to do some clarifiers. Here we go. Yeah, you've always been the it child, the golden child, the child that brought about a lot of change, beauty, goodness, joy. That's been suppressed by someone from your past. Could be a parental figure. It's time to have an awakening here on this. But to what degree do you pull back here emotionally? That was one of our questions. Let's get to that. What's the advice here, Spirit? On the degree of pullback here, because I do see that the pullback emotionally is here in the cards. Got the Knight of Cups in the reverse and the Three of Cups on that. Pullback. Let's see. Yeah, really pulling back, seeing clearly what this is. Pulling back emotionally from this is very strong. Some of this might be alcohol influence. Pull from that indefinitely. The Fool in the reverse. Where this person gets in your way, where you put this person ahead of you. I see this person is not as loyal as you are to them. And in some cases hasn't ever been, okay? So it's a coming to terms with that. Yeah, putting yourself first, definitely. You're going to be your own healer here too. You have to be figuring out how best to mentor yourself, how to heal yourself. This person will not be able to help you with that. The Truth, Nine of Pentacles. The truth is you're better off on your own. Or let me put it this way. The truth is you're very successful on your own. Don't forget that. Five of Pentacles. I think this person is often in lack and looks to you, and I think you provide monetarily for this person as well as emotional. But Spirit is saying, look back. How has this person provided for you emotionally? First and foremost, in a nurturing, supportive way throughout your life, and monetarily. There's going to be a lot of emotions there when you answer that question. That's the reason for the pullback. Pull back on your emotions here. Definitely what I'm getting is stop putting this person first, okay? I think they, in some cases, even demand it. And Spirit's saying, yeah, no more of this. No more of this injustice. No more of this type of very, there's something very out of sync here. Is it possible you don't see this? Eight of Wands. Going to start seeing it now and fast. Things are going to just start being like going off all around you. All the clues, all the messages. The ghosts from your past. The sky's going to light up with information and examples to you on this topic. Remember to lean into your spirit team, the divine. That is where you're going to gain strength here. Wisdom. One moment, please. Thank you for your patience through that pause. Okay, the New Dawn. I want to read this card. This is about you being seen and you getting your just desserts, okay? This New Dawn card heralds a time of great change. Perhaps you feel you are stuck in a situation you can't break free from. Ask yourself if you are still happy about where you are in life, or is it a time to reassess and move on? Sometimes you may settle into a comfortable situation and not want to leave it, even though it is not ideal. You feel safe with what you know because it's familiar to you. Maybe this position you find yourself in is a replaying of a negative childhood pattern. You are unhappy, but the thought of making any changes scares you so much you remain stuck. The New Dawn card encourages you to take a risk, as the next chapter of your life could be even better. Practice mindfulness. Slow down and ask yourself what you really want from life, and then work on what is holding you back. Sometimes the choices we make in life are just quick reactions that are not very well thought through. You then believe you are stuck with them. A big red flag is this card signifying the compulsion to act nice and smile instead of facing a situation that may initially need conflict to be resolved. The need to be liked can be stronger than living in an authentic life. So be true to yourself first and foremost. Okay, I think that sums up exactly what we've been talking about, which is why I wanted to read that. Oh my. Wow. Yeah, and sometimes I feel like you feel like you've hit rock bottom on this relationship or this situation. And if it's situationship that you feel like you've hit rock bottom, you're not looking at the situation clearly. Where the unhappiness really comes from, really stems from. Let's get more on clearing negative ancestral karma. Six of Cups. This is the past too. This is repetitive in your family line, I think. This type of competitiveness with the child or not being very nurturing. It's something in your line. Suppress the joy of the child, something like that. What's suppressed here? Yeah, there's something about not nurturing the children, the Empress, not nurturing the abundant children that are to be, they have a way about them. They are to be exalted. They are to be on a pedestal. Yeah, they're very strong in your family. They are to be abundant. They are the new beginnings that are abundant. These children, you, I think, are in this scenario as such, are very hardworking, old soul energy. The glass is always half full, just very bountiful, new beginnings, growth, teaching the adults. Knight of Swords in the reverse. And that's what scares the adults and slows up the energy. On purpose, the adults slow up the energy here. Ten of Pentacles, that's meant to be extremely abundant. You have a talent for this. What is it specifically? It's the abundance. It's the leadership. You were a natural leader as a child. That has been suppressed a little so that other people feel more comfortable with it. I think Spirit is saying, too bad. Move forward. Also, with the moon here on, you have a talent for this. I think you've been suppressed so much here that you really don't maybe know that. Where your talents truly lie. In leadership, in abundance, in teaching others. You know, the confidence you had as a child was kind of, and I'm having a hard time talking. The confidence you had as a child was kind of wrung out of you, you know, so that other people could feel more comfortable. Try and percolate that within again. 5 of Cups. You were meant to feel a certain way about these natural characteristics you had and your natural essence that was not in a positive. And Spirit's saying, no, no, no. That was always a gift to these adults, you and your essence. And get it back. Okay, what's the advice here, Spirit? Manifesting it back, getting clear on these points. The Emperor, yeah, you're the everything here. Remember that. So for sure, it's don't put anybody in front of you here who's tried to suppress this. Stand in your full emperor power. Remind yourself of the leadership that you've always been, and then try and work through where that has been taken away or suppressed. Yeah, I also feel like this could be a young, it doesn't have to be, but I feel like there are some dynamics here of a young female who was very gregarious, outgoing, and the males in that family had some sort of domineering attitude or culture that said, it's male-led, something like that. Some of you relate to that. Ace of Wands and the Page of Cups out here now. Find your inspiration again, and remember that you are the inspiration. And then serendipitous things start come to fruition for you. Things start falling into place. The Seven of Wands here. Instead of an environment where you're like defending yourself, you had to always defend yourself. It's a very toxic environment with some of these adults. Yeah. And now as an adult, you turn around and you're very giving and overly giving to them. There's an imbalance that Spirit sees here now. Why are you overly giving to them? Yeah, Spirit wants you elsewhere. I don't think they want you shutting this down. They just want you to be realistic about these relations and expectations, therefore. Be realistic. Put yourself first and decide what your boundaries are and what effort you want to make here. Because right now you're putting them, these adults, ahead of your own happiness, and also, it's a reliving of what was, okay? And getting clear on that. What did they provide? What is the justice here? Queen of Wands. You're it. We see it over and over and over again. You're it. You're the golden child. Now you're the golden adult. Treat yourself as such. Why do you not want to see the toxicity? Because of the pain, okay? Because it hurts the heart. But also Spirit's saying to me now, recognize that the heart has been affected here. So there needs to be some heart work, heart chakra work done here because of these betrayals here emotionally. That maybe you didn't register in the crown, you didn't register mentally, but that has, definitely affected your relationships moving forward with others and your heart. Three of Pentacles in the reverse, I think you've kind of learned not to trust or fully be in relationships. You were never fully in because of some of these betrayals. That I think some of you to survive never really, the world in the reverse. You took some shortcuts here just to get past it. But Spirit's saying, revisit this. There's some mending here, major mending that needs to be done. And first and foremost, make yourself the priority in these relationships. Because I feel like the adult energy absolutely has proven that it will not make you the priority. Queen of Pentacles, get grounded. But that's you. The grounded and the beautiful. The abundant and the gift. What you provided your family from day one is your natural essence, which is all of these beautiful combinations. Beautiful essence. Beautiful. Let's grab one more card. The Hierophant. Lean into your spirit team. Here comes your Emperor. After that, a new beginning. Ace of Pentacles. Lean into your spirit team. This is not easy work, but this read is realizing, coming to terms with the truth, kind of taking a walk back in time and reclaiming that essence again, moving forward. And also making these exchanges more even and for certain putting yourself first where they are concerned. Definitely. Let's grab a charm. This message is also hard for me to get out, and I hardly ever have that type of reading where it's hard to get out, okay, emotionally, and or I'm just kind of stuck saying words that aren't going to really, stab you in the heart. Tricky message. The moon, the crescent moon. But let this kind of come to you. Because it's tricky, be careful with yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Be helpful to yourself ultimately, but the way you get there, be graceful, be slow if necessary, take your time. There are no shortcuts here. Yeah. Fix the imbalance here and knowing where it's coming from too, because it's affecting your now. That is your message. Please do like, share, subscribe, comment. It helps the channel to grow. Please do utilize the link below for Buy Me a Coffee. Would love to get a coffee from you. Thank you. And until next time, let's remember who we are and let's remember our self-worth. Thanks for joining me.